which is a consideration and discussion of the Lake County Healthcare Initiative and Simulation Center Letter of Support for the Redwood Region Rise Catalyst Fund. And it looks like we have Mr. Ben Rickelman here to present this item.
Good morning, Board. Happy New Year. Ben Rickelman, Deputy County Administrative Officer. I'm here for a letter of support for the Redwood Region Rise Catalyst Fund, which is a $9 million fund set up by the state of California. It's a regional economic development collaboration initiative. Del Norte, Humboldt, Mendocino, and Lake are part of it. So the project itself is a workforce development center that would be next to Sutter Lakeside, which is currently a vacant office building. Has three main components. Student experiential center, so it would be middle and high school students, exposing them to the range of medical professions. So everything from kind of entry level, kind of mid-level lab work, and then kind of talking through the workforce pathways for the many different occupations. It'll have hands-on experience, so really get a feel of kind of all the different possibilities. The second part is working with the Office of Education and other, the three medical systems and other purveyors in the healthcare industry for kind of mid-level recruiting and training. So that's really important for Lake County. You can kind of recruit out a market for doctors, but like a blood technician, it's a stable, well-paying career, but it's kind of difficult to recruit someone from like 100 miles away. So it's a good way to provide solid employment for a field that's stable and growing. And we do have three medical systems here too, which is, I would say, fairly unique for a rural county. And then the third is community outreach. So this is like CPR classes, parenting, post-surgery. So it checks a lot of different boxes. I think it'll have fairly good odds of success of obtaining funding. Healthcare and workforce are two of the priorities of Redwood Region Rise. There's a lot of different partners in this project. Three medical systems are heavily involved. Community colleges, Office of Education, the school districts are all engaged. So there's a lot of collaborative energy behind it. The Economic Development Corporation is taking the lead for the pre-construction phase. So looking for a letter of support from the board for the application for the funding.
Thank you, Ben. Okay, Supervisor Sabatier.
Yeah, I really appreciate this. I've seen this in a smaller model when it was called the Canocti Education Center, when it was a health magnet school, and a lot of the students that went through there and did a lot of job shadowing and internships, they still work at some of the local hospitals. And so I think getting that foot in the door is absolutely a future to a career. You said a specific, or you added an S to a specific word. You said community colleges, but I didn't see Woodland listed on the stakeholders and partners. Is that something that is continuously to be worked on, or is it because it's in the Sutter area that the workforce development building will be situated, that because of the line that delineates where Mendo is supposed to be for their students and where Woodland is supposed to be, that they're not included? Can you give me a little bit more clarification on that?
Yeah, it's a great question. So I guess I should have clarified on that. And there's been discussions with Woodland. So I would say the curriculum at Mendocino leans a little more in this industry than Woodland for their, at least their Lake County campus. That being said, there's been discussions with Woodland and how we integrate. I don't think they're an official partner yet, but we're definitely looking to continue engagement. And then regarding the geographic question, that's an issue just kind of for Lake County overall, traveling 50 minutes to the other side of the lake. So there's been discussions, there will be this physical location at Sutter Lakeside, but having classes in Clear Lake, especially with the middle school and high school engagement, and then some of the adult education. So I don't have definitive plans at the moment, but there's ongoing conversations how to have that geographic spread of services.
Right. And I think that can be dealt with. I've seen it be dealt with before when even at the Health Magnet School, they would bus people to Sutter. So they were still working from Clear Lake to Sutter for their internships during school. So it's definitely something the schools can handle if that exists. Love that you're working with Woodland. They're obviously revamping with their new leadership. So I think I'm hopeful that those conversations continue and will come to leading their students to be a part of this as well.
Yeah, and they do have some preclinical courses and pathways, so I think there can be integration there. So yeah, connecting with the new leadership, which seems really engaged, I definitely see a path forward.
Thank you.
All right. Supervisor Rasmussen?
No questions. I just had a comment. I think there's a lot of positive benefits in this program to our county, particularly the work with students. So definitely highly support this.
Yeah, it fits in line with what we are constantly talking about, keeping people, actually allowing people from inside our county to fill these positions as the challenge goes on with us bringing folks in and then going through that cycle. So I'll go ahead and open it up for public input if there's anyone that wants to come up and comment about this, or if there's anyone on Zoom. All right, I'll bring it back to the board for action.
I'll make a motion to approve and sign the LCHISC letter of support.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Thank you, Ben, very much, and I'm sure we'll get that letter done today.